welcome back to Dragon Age 2. I think I have fixed our audio issues. So we're gonna jump on in here in a second. Yeah, let's make sure that this all sounds good and everything's dandy. And we can get some questing done. Okay, let's test.
Ah, Hightown, where the rich go to piss their money away. This really is the best place in Kirkwall.
Okay, that sounds like infinitely better. Let's pull up the map. Okay, there we go. Let's get some questing done.
Hawk, long time no see, my friend.
Worthy. Not nearly long enough, I think.
It's a little echoey, but it's not nearly as
Still have
bad.
that chip on your shoulder, I see. You still with the Red Iron? It was just a year you were with them, right?
Still trying to ferret out everyone's business, I see.
Of course. How else do you expect a dwarf to make a living? I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done,
What do we
I
think?
can
Is this
arrange
too
it for
echoey?
you. Take care, Hawk. Don't get dead.
Yeah, I can craft some stuff now. If it's too echoey, let me know, and,
You don't seem to like your brother very much.
And here I thought it took blood magic to read minds.
I had a twin brother, Carver. He used to nail my braid to the bed while I was sleeping.
And it was epic. Yeah, we have 5 gold, so I don't think we can order that stuff.
Sorry about
just
your
yet.
brother. Hey, you want mine? I got a spare.
I don't want your brother, no thank you. Okay, I'm still going the wrong direction. Running through the crowd, knocking people over. That Hawk's a menace, I tell ya. the height of the Defender Imperium slave trade, Kirkwall's elite prospered beyond dreams of avarice. Hightown was built for the wealthiest slavers, its glitzy mansions rising atop a great wall of stone that borders, on one side, the waking sea. Lowtown cowered on its other side until Kirkwall's slaves rose to plunder and destroy Hightown's churches. Today, Hightown's prominent buildings are the Keep, home to the ruling Viscount, and the Chantry, home to the Grand Cleric and the city's religious center. Both are converted estates that once housed wealthy magisters, rebuilt and converted after the uprising. Okay, let me check to make sure. Okay, there is something. Oh yeah, that's probably Aveline. So we can have good party composition. Let's go get her. I will say, I think the loading screens are still taking a while, but the echoing is not nearly as bad now as it was last time I streamed. So, if all goes well...
How much longer do I have to wait?
Hopefully... you can just play. Yes, home base. Yep, she's right there.
Oh, the days.
It is with pride that I, your Viscount, grant the authority of law and civil enforcement upon the guardsmen of an independent Kirkwall. No more shall we defer to the will of foreign troops or draw a holy order into tasks unbefitting their mandate. These proud men and women will be of the people and will enforce the laws we have elected for a civil and ordered society. And shall the specter of invasion return, the noble guardsmen will conscript from the population, for who better to amass the people's will than the constables of law charged with this inspection. This is a great day for Kirkwall, and I am honored to appoint the first guard captain. Long may he serve the will of the free people. From Orlesian legacy, how institutions the pressers linger, the speeches of Viscount Michel Lafayette, collected by Philium Labard. Philium. Oof! Or would it be Philium? Philium. I don't know which is sillier.
Aveline.
Hello, Hawk.
Nice to see I'm missed.
Man, I'm gonna have
What?
to like
Oh,
fix
right.
my
Sorry.
hawk's face.
It feels like we just talked.
I'm
I've been
not
keeping an
feeling
eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You were spying on me again?
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
It's
Saves
still
me
kind of
camping on
echoing.
your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
You strap anything useful?
A person in your position seems like they might learn some profitable things.
You know better than to ask that.
One day you'll be frustrated enough to go for it.
It's like I'm sitting on my hands. There are dangerous people in this city. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
What's the job?
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing?
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
I'll take the case.
All right. Let's go break some necks for the greater good. I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
Ooh, the Guard. Is there anything cool in here?
Not going to happen.
Yeah, plus I keep forgetting that I'm playing as a warrior and not a rogue.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sora.
Well, some of my contemporaries dispute whether the Fifth Blight was a true blight or merely a large darkspawn resurgence. Historians agree that it began in the swamps of the I'm just gonna say Kokori. I can't say Korkari for some reason. Wilds on the southeastern border of Ferelden in the year 930 Dragon. King Caitlin Theron was swift in responding to the threat, gathering the royal army, every Grey Warden in his country, and sending a call for aid to the Ferelden nobility. The assembled armies laid a trap in the ruins of Ostagar, hoping to crush the force before it reached civilization, but they failed. Darkspawn overran the defenders of Ostagar and decimated the king and his army. They continued their advance into Ferelden unopposed. Only 2 Grey Wardens managed to escape the slaughter, and somehow they came into possession of ancient treaties which compelled the races of men to join arms against the amassing horde. Damn right we did. It was epic, and it was poggers, and just all of those things.
The Heart of Law in Kirkwall. If I have to say something about it anyway.
Y'all are in my way.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
The Viscount must be terribly busy.
I'm so terribly rizzy, and I'm like, I don't know that the Viscount has riz, but alright. He's terribly rizzy. It is no simple matter safeguarding ordinary men from mages and mages from themselves. Each circle tower must have some measure of self-government, for it is ever the Maker's will that men be given the power to take responsibility for our own actions, to sin and fail, as well as achieve the greatest grace and glory on our own strength. You, who will be tasked with the protection of the circle, must be aware of its workings. The first enchanter is the heart of any tower. He will determine the course his circle will take. He will choose which apprentices may be tested and made full mages, and you will work most closely with him. Assisting the first enchanter will be the senior enchanters, a small council of the most trusted and experienced magi in the tower. From this group, the first ever enchanter is always chosen. Beneath the council are the enchanters. These are the teachers and mentors of the tower. You must get to know them in order to keep your finger on the pulse of the circle, for the enchanters will always know what is happening among the children. All those who have passed their harrowing but have not taken apprentices are mages. This is where most trouble in the circle lies, in the idleness and inexperience of youth. The untested apprentices are the most numerous denizens of any tower, but they most often pose threats to themselves due to their lack of training than anybody else. Knight Commander Sarang of the Chantry Templars in a letter to his successor. we have stuff at home. I don't know if we could maybe mess with Sebastian's thing. We'll go find him real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna do DLC stuff on this stream or not, but I might. You can romance him if you have a female hawk, but I'm told his romance is quite a bit more chaste than the other ones, so that might be a little eh. I mean, not that they got, like, last I played, they got super...
Do you ever wish you lived in Orzammar?
...graphic or anything.
Great
It's
ancestors,
just like
no. You know what
making out.
Orzammar is?
Which was still an
It's
improvement
flat
over the
tunnels
scenes
filled
of the
with
last game.
bloodshed and body odor. And every person there
Barb
thinks he's
smells
better than
milkshake
you because his
while you're
great-great-great-grandfather made a water clock or something.
But they're your people. Don't you even wonder what it would be like?
Nope.
I have a good imagination. Why would I waste it on that?
I'm gonna warn you, I don't necessarily do these, like, tasks in chronological order. I'm just trying to get the money to get us
Sebastian,
in caverns. Not caverns.
stop this madness.
Into the dark
Chantry
road.
cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
He does have a nice voice, though. I'll give him that. A grave crime was committed against all free-thinking men and women in the Free Marches. The ruling Vale family in Starkhaven, my family, was brutally murdered down to the youngest babe in arms. This massacre was carried out by members of the Flint Mercenary Company. I hereby offer a bounty on the head of each Flint Mercenary Company soldier in the Kirkwall vicinity. Prince Sebastian Vale. I'll accept it. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it right now, but I'll accept it. I'm gonna get my hands on some more companions. So let's see, do I have any quests that would do that right now? Let's see. Let us go to Lowtown.
Varric, do you do anything?
Varric, thanks.
And am I the next stop in your career evaluations? Joy of joy.
It's the Varric Voltime. Take back our streets. For Relden refugees, Grenori soldiers, who next? Avenger slavers snatching children out of their beds? This ends now. Send a message that Kirkwallers will not accept this. We must band together to drive foreign waste from our doorsteps. Reclaim the free marches for the marchers. If you care about our city, join the Friends of Kirkwall. Reclaim our city. I will not, but thank you.
You watch.
Lowtown sits in a massive cauldron-shaped pit that was once Kirkwall's first quarry. The district was constructed by slaves who carved the city and its harbor out of the rock. Today, Lowtown is a labyrinth of shanty towns, corridors, and hexagonal courtyards. Hexes in local parlance. Lowtown's porous living caves hewn out of the cliff face. The district is shoddily built and bears scars caused by the collapsing walls. Foundry smoke smothers the area. Only a cold winter storm clears the air. The icy wind howling over the mouths of old mine shafts hardly counts as relief. Occasionally, these dark town shafts erupt with gouts of foul air known as choke damp. It's not uncommon to find whole slums silently suffocated, frozen in the midst of everyday activity. Jesus. The walls surrounding Lowtown are highest by the harbor. Its busiest streets lead up to Hightown, where the wealthiest Kirkwallers perch. When one stands in Lowtown, all one sees other than the rocky walls is Hightown, and glares overhead, always in sight, yet always beyond reach.
You talk. Is that it?
You are dismissing hallmarks of both the utterly ineffectual
I'm dismissing
and the
Hallmark. They don't make good
dangerous.
movies.
I don't know what you mean.
It means coins flow when I talk.
My. If it isn't talk. Elegant. Lady elegant, if you don't mind. I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still working for that brutish thug Mirren. Things have been going well since then?
Is there something you're interested in?
You may recall I supplied the Red Iron with potions. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
Old time's sake being like a year ago. I'm probably not ordering potions either, but I'll get it off the map marker. I don't have any elf fruit, so I can't. You know it covers up the map, too.
Gather round, all. I bring you a priceless treasure. Remember. Heights of Mount Damarus is travel.
No, that's a slightly better weapon than what I already have. I wanted the shield, but I can give it to Aveline.
A pouch of Andraste's ashes. Verified by the scholar Genitivi. These ashes cure any ailment and provide virility.
Yeah, let's go with Hangman first. Just so we can get that on our map. my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium or the streets of Orzammar have I felt so much an outsider as in Ravane. The chant of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of Qunari left most of the country zealots, followers of the Qun. The resistance to the chant goes deeper than the Qunari War. The Ravani refused to be parted from their seers, wise women who are in fact hedge mages, communicating with spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. The chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of tradition.
Well then. Yes. Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon.
I bet you couldn't. I'll bet you a dozen ales.
So, here's the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartrand can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Well, unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's closest to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
Sounds like you have it all planned out, Varric.
And that, Messer, is why I'm here. Supposedly,
I'm so
this
mad
Grey
you can't
Warden came
romance
in with
this
some
man.
other
Look at
Ferelden
him.
refugees not long
In
ago.
his very big
A Lowtown
cleavage.
woman named
Illegal.
Doreen has been
Illegal
helping the
that I'm not allowed to
Ferelden's.
romance
We
him.
talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum him up any other work.
Maybe I should put you to use, Varric. Have you penned some warnings for the lawless?
Who's that for? Are most criminals big readers?
Maybe. Maybe you got like a Sideshow Bob type. Love to have a criminal in Dragon Age. It's basically just Sideshow Bob. Just hates Hawk so much. He has Die Hawk, Die tattooed on his chest. Push. Just randomly burst into song. Would be great.
Sunshine.
Let's go bother our shit ass
You missed
uncle.
that detail?
Let's do it.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No.
Yes, they are in my heart. They are immune
people
in
in
my
this town
heart.
who'd murder my family for trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, it's killing mother to live in this filth hole.
Puppy dog. Such an ugly doggy.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty...
Fuck. A dwarf named Anso contacted the Red Iron looking for contract work. Wish I could take him up on it, but we're pressing business, so I recommend it to you. The dwarf pays well, so don't be a fool and miss out. Look for Anso in Lowtown Bazaar at night if you're interested. Hawk, you were a pain in the ass to deal with, but a bloody talented one. If you ever get sick of just another unemployed refugee in this shithole, maybe we can grab a drink. If there's any odd jobs my boys can't handle, I'll send them your way. You're welcome. Greetings! You do not know who I am, but I have heard of you. I understand you might need items for my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend this invitation to anyone, but you are simply not anyone, are you? Consider this invitation to the Black Emporium. Closer directions through the passages under the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. Adieu, Xenon. I can't read today for some reason. To whomever elects to participate in the charitable deed of assisting the Vale family of Starkhaven. See, I'm trying to say Strixhaven. Magic the Gathering. His Most Worthy Highness Prince Sebastian Vale has provided instructions for anyone brave and noble enough to attempt eradication of the rabble who dared attack his family. 3 groups of Flint Company mercenaries have been sighted in the Kirkwall vicinity. One group makes camp not far from the Elves of Sunder Mountain mountain range. The second has been seeking information on the docks after nightfall. The third is far away from the main road off the Wounded Coast. They are believed to have a small campsite well past any landmarks. A princely reward awaits whoever finds and defeats all these rogues. May the Maker guide you. Chanter Talitha.
Steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostle.
I'll put some of this stuff up.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest.
Let's just click on everything. There's our mama. Buried cash. Royal collection. Can I use any of this right now? Ooh, yes I can. No, I'm not trying to destroy it. Sold. Cavalier's Estate. Prison's Point. Night. These are all DLC things, I'm thinking. Apostate's Legacy. Cardinal rules of magic. You must not be under the misimpression that magic is all powerful. There are limits, and not even the greatest mages may overcome them. No one, for instance, has found any means of traveling, either over great distance or small ones, beyond putting one foot in front of the other. The immutable nature of the physical world prevents this, so no, you may not simply pop over to Minrathus to borrow a cup of sugar, nor may you magic the essay you forgot in the apprentice dormitory to your desk. You will simply have to be prepared. Similarly, when you send your body into the Fade, your body remains behind. Only once has this barrier been overcome, and reputedly the spell requires 2/3 of the lyrium and the Divender Imperium, as well as the lifeblood of several hundred slaves. The results were utterly disastrous. Finally, life is finite. A truly great healer may bring someone back from the very precipice of death when breath and heartbeat have ceased, but the spirit will cling to life. Once the spirit has fled the body, it cannot be recalled. There is no failing of your skills or power. It is simply reality. I'm just gonna leave these here for now. Because they seem to be for, like, much later in the game. I'll take these, though. Oh, my inventory's full already. It is? My one thing's for Aveline, so I will put everything else up that I'm not using currently. We'll come back to this and grab it later, maybe. I didn't realize how much stuff is in there. Hot damn. Let's... I was gonna put this all up, and if I come to it later and I want to pull some stuff out, I will. Fenris, Aveline. Hello, Mama.
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
Well, there's right.
Why was nothing set aside for us, Uncle?
Yeah, Uncle.
Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
Why so defensive?
That touched a nerve. What's in there that you don't want us to see?
Nothing. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
You didn't take your parents' will?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Maybe.
Who bought the estate, Galen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's
Fuck
where
you,
we're going
Gamlen.
to stay.
You suck. Gamlen is the worst. Yes, Bethany. What is it, Bethany?
So, I hate thinking badly of family. But did Uncle Gamlen seem a little slippery when he talked about grandfather's will? If he, say, invested money that was meant to be Mother's, do you think he would tell us?
Gamlen can't say good morning without lying twice.
Mother's been in such a fit of melancholy since Gamlen told her how angry her parents were about Father. She told me she wishes she'd died with Carver. It's like coming here ruined every good memory of her childhood. I wish we could get some of it back.
We need to get that will.
Good. I'm glad we agree. Gamlen told me he gave the estate as payment to some slaver who beat him at dice.
Of course he did.
Apparently, our ancestral home is now a base for slavers from all over Thedas.
Gamlen couldn't have just sold himself.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Can you just imagine him sweeping and scrubbing for some Vinter matriarch? Seriously, though, those scum have no right to our family's things. We should break in there, get the will for Mother. I already talked to both of them about this. Gamlen said they guard the front entrance well. But Mother gave me her old key. She said it should unlock the cellar. Apparently the sewers run right beneath the house.
One scrubbing brush, never used.
Well, if you to assume Gamlen does any cleaning. He's this yucky, shitty uncle.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
He's so yucky.
What is that stain?
Are there bunk beds? Hell yeah, we could have bunk beds. But try not bad. Well, we only have 3 people to choose from. I want to go to the Black Emporium because I want to fix my face. I don't know that we're buying anything. I just wanted to do that. Although this wax-stoppered vessel is clearly labeled "Tears shed during the burning of Treviso," many questions remain, not the least of which is, which burning of Treviso? When the Qunari conquered it in 635 Steel, and was burned by the liberating armies of the White and Black Divines during the Second Exalted March to 752 Storm? Or when it accidentally burned to the ground in 862 Blessed after a dockhand knocked over a lantern in a warehouse full of oil lamp? Even assuming the correct event could be determined, the questions of whose tears have been collected remains, presumably not any of the numerous fire victims. Surviving relatives, perhaps? But also some summer homes on the Antivan coast. It should be noted that nowhere on the label does it say that these tears were shed in relation to the event, so they could have been the tears of a woman in Monstinmard, weeping because she was on asked to dance at the last costume ball, unaware that at that very moment one of the greatest port cities of Thedas was aflame.
Thaddeus,
I'm fixing
stand straight.
I don't think I can buy anything cool yet. I don't know, I'm just not vibing with this hawk. I don't know. Give me the largest eyes. Give me the smallest eyes. Is it the color? Kind of almost like that haircut better right now. But let's see. It's kind of what I have in my other game. I don't need them to be identical. There's not a lot of good hair options. That's a little better. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't know, something with the eyes is still bugging me. That's better. I'm gonna say yes to that. There we go. I feel like I look a bit better now.
To the black. Emporia.
That's literally the only reason I came here, is I wanted to fix my face. What do we want to do now?
Good. Let's get started.
Hey, assholes.
How about you? Face me. I stand for all of us. Ha! Stand back.
Yeah, I didn't give Aveline her new stuff yet. Oh, there's some elves.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
The sooner I finish my business, the sooner I'll leave.
You have no business here.
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marathari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Well, maybe I will. I'll meet your blades. I'll shake their hands.
Marathari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andaranatishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. It has been a long, hard journey to this place.
This amulet's owner rescued my family from the Blight. In return, I agreed to bring it to you.
I honor you for coming to me. But I'm afraid your part in this is not done yet.
How so?
The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
That seems a little odd.
It is her wish, and I must grant it.
She's coming
You
with
will
us.
find Merrill waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shira.
This mountain is cursed, I swear.
Maybe it is. In days after the rising of Zazakul, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The Archdemon drove all the nations of the world before him, Shimlin and Elfheim alike. In the far north, where the hills wander the plains, and the earth is eternally baked underneath the uncaring sun, the lands which the Shimlin call Anderfells, a clan of our people lived, struggling to survive the blight. Ilorin was their keeper, a hunter in his younger days, crafty as any wolf. He's led his people, always just ahead of the Darkspawn who chased them. The old hunter knew that even Hala cannot run forever. They must turn and fight or be run down. At the foot of the Murdain, the Darkspawn cornered Ilorin's clan. That night, the moon was strangled by clouds, the earth concealed by a dread mist that rose out of nowhere, so that the Elfin could not tell up from down. In the confusion, the Darkspawn attacked. But Ilorin had prepared for them. All around the camp, the hunters had strewn dry grass, brush, and brambles. When the sound of rustling footfalls began, Ilorin and the other Ha'ren called upon old magic. They struck out with lightning, and through the bolts missed the Darkspawn. They hit their target all the same. See if kindling lit and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach the Lawrence clan. Maybe the green eyeshadow and the green makeup are too much together. There's something that still bugs me, but I'm not going back to the Black Emporium again. At least not right now. Maybe later.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Another. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
You'll have to work harder than that to offend me. My name's Hawk.
Hawk.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
The Blight forced me here. Wasn't my choice.
I understand. We wouldn't have come here by choice either. We should go. Your task is for Asha Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
Let's get this over with.
Now we'll see.
That's enough! Now you fall! Have at you!
Yeah, have at you, bitch.
Let's finish this! The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
All Keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elvan once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a Keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Please keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right, not literally. Happy to help. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
Here we go!
Here we go again. Oh shit, there's a skeleton. Get you, motherfucker.
I need to get more exercise.
Bam. Goody, these ones have loot. Taking that.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
Fuck you.
I'm sensing a story here.
She's like the cutest and the sweetest.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
We should keep moving.
Of course. My apologies.
Oh, I'm not trying to be mean to her. I wanted to be mean to that guy. Make me happy to be mean to that guy. He's a dick.
A landslide blocked the path. There's a cave that should take us to the other side.
Elfruit was first used by the elves of Lorlathan, hence the name. The root gave their medicines particular efficacy, so when the Imperium conquered the elves, the Magisters adopted its use and popularity spread to all corners of the Empire. Elfruit is a hardy plant with large green leaves that grows wild in many places. It's so common that it tends to show up in most gardens and fields almost like a weed. Unlike a weed, however, most people appreciate having access to the wonderful little plant. The roots can be used with very little preparation. Rubbing some of the juice on a wound, for example, will speed up healing and numb pain. And chewing on a slice of root treats minor ailments like indigestion, flatulence, and hoarse throats. There are several varieties, but most useful for herbalists are the bitter, gossamer, and the royal elf roots. Let's go in a cave. Cave of mystery. Let's go in a cave.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
But the Dalish are delightful. I was just thinking of inviting the whole clan over for tea.
I'm sure that they'd never accept an Oh. Right. Sarcasm.
She's so autism coded.
Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelana isn't known for her patience.
I'm not joking. I feel like she is very autistic coded. If you've played more of the game, just... Not just like socially awkward, just like the way that she doesn't understand things. Like certain social rules and things. I'm like, she's one of us. Okay, big ass spider time.
Let's get started.
Thank you, Aveline. Eric, I love it. You need some help. And down in the cave. Down in the cave. The Anderfells are a place of shocking extremes. It is the most desolate place in all of the world, for two blights have left great expanses of steppes so completely devoid of life that corpses cannot even decay there. No insect or grub will ever reach them. It is a land filled with wonders like the Merdane, with its gigantic white statue of Our Lady carved into its face, her hands outstretched and bearing an eternal flame, or Weishaupt Fortress, with its walls of living rock towering over the desolate plains below. The Anders, too, are a people of extremes, the most devout priests and the most deadly soldiers, the poorest of the nation and the most feared, the poorest nation in the world and the most feared. I feel like Brother Genetivi is a lot judgier than I remember him being. Lustrous white-blue silverite has long been prized by the dwarves for use in jewelry, rune-making, and weapon smithing, but on the surface it is more commonly used by apothecaries and healers. Since the metal does not rust, many traditions believe it to be proof against poison. There is a tale passed down among the people of the Anderfels. A knight returned home after many years of war, only to be struck by an adder. His wife immediately bound the wound with a medallion of silverite pressed against the bite-like poultice. By morning, the poison had left him, and the knight lived to an old age. Ah! Startled me, fuckers. Fireball, sister. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see some level ups in.
I can't wait to see what our ancestral estate was like. Can you imagine?
Put 1 into con and 2 into strength. It could be fun to put some into Templar. Berserker, though. I mean, the Templars suck, but it'd be fun. Hell yeah, on some Captain America shit. Let's put that all into strength for her. Well, they're almost close to leveling up anyways.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
They always slice their palms. Meryl, you're gonna fuck up your hands. Just like prick a finger or something.
You called something here. Are you insane?
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Sure, demons are very helpful. Right up until they take your mind and turn you into a monster.
Well, yes. But that won't happen. I know how to defend myself. Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights. In the days of Arathon, the elders came here to sleep. Uthanara, the endless dream they called it, but they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
Well, there's probably some skeletons in here. I don't remember, even though this is like earlier this week I did this. Deep mushrooms refer to an entire group of fungi that grows underground in caves and many parts of the dwarven deep roads. Collection can be a dangerous task, but the deep roads are often infested with darkspawn. Because of this, dwarven merchants often recruit casteless hirelings for the job and pay them a meager percentage of what they earn selling the mushrooms to surfacers. Most common varieties used in the herbalist's trade are the blightcap, ghoul's mushroom, and brimstone mushroom, almost all of which tend to carry the darkspawn's corruption. While they cannot transmit the disease, this trait often makes them quite poisonous. Deep mushrooms should only be handled by experienced herbalists and should never be consumed without being adequately cleaned and prepared. Careless consumption has been known to cause insanity, severe abdominal cramping, and even death.
Get ready!
Assholes. Okay, well, she's leveled up already. Can I do that mid-combat? Oh, I can. Oh, that sounds cool. Doggy, help me beat the shit out of this thing.
Get back!
Messing with us is suicidal.
I think
Goddamn
it's
right.
certain. Place the amulet on the altar.
I'm just gonna put them all into cunning.
And I'll begin the rite.
Aharin amalana salen. Emma ira au bella zaviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In usenera narivas.
Here we are.
Under Anatishan Ashbalana.
Hi, Flemeth.
One of
Hi,
the
scary
people.
MILF.
I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am beyond that title?
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
You were inside that amulet the entire time?
Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I
She
needed.
put her boogers in there.
A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
You should have told me what I would face.
Did I trick you? I asked you to bring the amulet, and you did. If I thought it such an easy task, I might have asked anyone. But you have succeeded where others would not.
You have plans, I take it.
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
So true, bestie.
Cheap advice from a dragon.
We all have our challenges.
We're going to regret bringing her here.
Regret is something I know well. Take care not to cling to it, to hold it so close that it poisons your soul. When the time comes for your regrets, remember me. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashbellinar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
Pretty good. Let me get to the roads quicker than I thought. I'm still probably going to do as many quests as possible first before we even think about doing that. Well, where are the traps? Oh, stepped in one.
That's enough out of you!
You will see me before anyone else.
Certainly right.
That was a beauty
That, you fuckers. Where's the other one? Come at me. Come at me, I said. Except it looks like we're going in the wrong direction. Hang on. Hang on just a second. I can't read maps for shit, gang. Back in the caves with us.
Maceranus' child, your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Alain.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart. Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. But take what you can get.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
Working your way up will be fun. All right, that was a lie. It won't be fun.
Some adventurer I am. Barely set out and I'm already daunted. But thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later.
Of course,
I could
I'll
use
be
a
your
friend.
bestie.
I think I can manage that.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
I'll level her up in a second.
Greetings.
How was your wife?
Sadly, she doesn't have any healing, but we can get her to set some shit on fire. She'll be pretty sick.
This comes and goes, but I'm hoping for the best. Thank you for asking.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fainriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
When I find him, it's my decision whether he is safer in the Circle or eliminated.
Oh, I didn't mean it that harshly.
No, please don't hurt him. He's just a boy. Talk to him. I know you'll see he's a good lad. He just needs to be protected from himself. I don't know where Fainriel is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainriel's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainriel might have sorted him out.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
He ought to have his own life. Out from the shackles of the Circle. Everyone should.
My husband Wesley was a Templar. They're not all fanatics to be feared.
I really don't know about
Thank
that.
It has been a lonely
I
time.
don't know that they're not
hiding.
all fanatics, except
It's
for maybe like
almost a relief
Alistair,
to
and that's
finally confront
because
this openly.
he doesn't really care about the
Will I see you at the tavern later?
Not today.
church.
Redecorating the Phoenodome.
Well, while we're
Roped you
here.
in, did they? Well, good luck.
Lotown is home to squalid elven alienage. Here, like in most Thetis alienage, elves are packed into tiny rundown apartments and effectively segregated from the human population. Kirkwall's alienage is even more dilapidated than the rest of Lowtown, but the elves go to great lengths keeping the place looking bright and festive. The Venedal, tree of the people, standing in the middle of the alienage, is a symbol for elven pride and shared cultural identity, and is lovingly cared for. It's difficult to say if the elves will continue inviting themselves to the alienage if they were given the chance to mingle. They may not admit it, but some feel that living among their kind is far better than living with humans, no matter how terrible alienage life might be. Okay, we'll go to Meryl's house real quick.
I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on. Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
It's cozy. And your furry friends are charming.
Oh, are the rats back? I thought I'd found all their holes. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
Bringing you here wasn't exactly a favor.
It's not pretty, but this is where I need to be. I haven't exactly had many friends, not even among my own clan. This is tricky.
I'll be your bestie.
It won't take long before you're the most popular girl in the alienage.
Mythal, I hope not. I'd managed to say something stupid in front of everyone and
I
embarrass
still want to be
myself.
besties with her. I'm
Thank
not
you for coming to
romancing her
visit
this
me,
time,
Hawk.
but I want to be besties.
It means a lot to me.
Oh, but I got rivalry with her. Ah. It would be fun to have rivalship with her. Mana is that which defines a mage. It is potential that dwells within a person, but does not always manifest itself. All men are connected to the Fade. We go there to dream, but only those with this potential may draw upon its power. Mana is, then, a measurement of one's ability to draw power from the Fade, and it is this power that is expended in magic. As in all other things, it has limits. Just as a man has strength to lift only so much weight and no more, a mage cannot work more magic at one time than his mana allows. If he wishes to work magic that would be beyond his strength, the mage must bolster his mana with lyrium. Without lyrium, it is possible for the reckless to expend their own life force in the working of magic, and occasionally, ambitious apprentices injure or even kill themselves by overexertion. You asked what happened to Arlathan? Sadly, we did not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what truly happened. What we have are accounts of the day before the fall and a fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing even as the elves slept. Clans and tribes gave way to a powerful empire called Tevinter, which, for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Elvenan. When they reached the great city of Arlathan, our people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. With magic, demons, and even dragons at their behest, the Tevinter Imperium marched easily through Arlathan, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheaters that had stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and human contact quickened their veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to their ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They said that Fenharel, the Dread Wolf and Lord of Tricksters, approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good would remove themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil would exile themselves to the abyss, neither group ever again to enter the other's lands. The gods did not know that Finn Harrell had planned to betray them. By the time they realized the Dread Wolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. It is a fable to be sure, but those elves who traveled to the beyond claim that Finn Harrell still roams the world of dreams, keeping watch over the gods, lest they escape from their prisons. Whatever the case, our Lathan has fallen to the very humans our people had once considered mere pests. It is said that the Deventer Magisters used their great destructive power to force the ground to swallow our Lathan whole, destroying aeons of collected knowledge, culture, and art, the whole of elven lore left only to memory. I'm just kind of doing this stuff at random too. I'm probably not gonna just go all in on one quest at once. I'm gonna go back and forth and back and forth. Get stuff done.
Well, at least it's not boring.
You'll have to be faster than that.
Face me. I stand for all of us. Unworthy.
Victory.
Out of your element, dwarf.
No thanks to this lot. Can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
You can start making sense any time now.
My manners. Javaris Tintop, merchant and investor. I need forward thinkers to help court the Qunari.
Court the Qunari? Make her think of the children.
Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder that
No,
explodes.
I wanted to see the
and
dwarf,
it's just dust.
the dwarf
No
Qunari
lyrium,
children.
no demons.
Let me see
Anyone
them.
can use it.
I often look at every second idiot and think, he needs more power.
So it's some kind of Qunari magic. What use is that to a dwarf?
If it is magic, it's a kind you can assemble, and dwarves do that very well. But that Arishok, he won't deal, said I have the same mercenary disease as their outcasts, the Talvashoth. He says I'm not worthy, but he had this look in his eyes, so I figure I'll hire some blades and...
And you're going to prove yourself by killing Talvashoth outlaws.
Problem being, I'm no warrior, but I can pay.
All right, I'll step in for you. For a price.
I'm done bargain hunting. I want it done right. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
I would love to have some more monies. I did not think Aveline would like that. But I don't really care. Embryums are flowers from the orchid family. Its therapeutic qualities were actually discovered because of the embryum's exceptional beauty. The beloved daughter of Lord Ignis Vorley fell victim to terrible sickness of the lungs, which her healers were unable to cure. Thinking the girl would soon perish, her parents surrounded her bed with brightly colored flowers, hoping that they would bring some warmth and cheer in her last days. Oddly enough, the girl began to recover from the illness and grew stronger each day. Her parents were baffled but overjoyed. The healers eventually learned that the fragrance of one of the flowers eased the girl's breathing. The flower was an embryum and later became known as the salubrious embryum. The other variant that has certain magical properties is known as dark embryum. Let's get some dark embryum and do some weird and wild shit.
There might be some stragglers before the main group. Nothing we can't handle.
Stand ready. They come.
I'll stick you like a pin.
You go through me before anyone else.
I've got you now.
Gotcha!
That was beautiful.
I'm just talking to this crossbow. It's killing me.
We're under attack. What a surprise.
Eric, I have a chest for you to open, bud.
We're close to the ambush, Hawk. Be ready.
Hawk is always ready. Look at Hawk. So ready, so wow.
Get ready! There... Our targets for the Kirkwall Guard!
I ran too far. Oh well.
That's enough!
How many of you got, Hawk?
Hawk, get closer for fuck's sakes.
Do you think it's over?
It's over, isn't it?
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
Can I have an unjust reward instead? That would be great.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be. There's Jevon's office. Wait while I explain our initiative.
I don't know how they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols, not you and your whims. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Have I made myself clear? Report to your post before I have you and your Ferelden accomplice jailed.
Well, what a charming fellow.
I don't have to like him, but he could at least listen. Bandits are dead. That's all that should matter. It's not the first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
This is probably a bad time to discuss my bill with him.
He'll jail you. I don't doubt that. The rest, though. Well, the duty roster will have my next patrol. Sounds like I'll have plenty of time to follow you around. Threaten my friends. I'm not letting that one go, Captain.
Aveline! I owe you for clearing that ambush the other night. Saved me a mess of trouble.
Brennan, that route was yours.
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
A guard can't handle a few bandits.
I don't like surprises. That route had been clear for weeks. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donnick for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty.
It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. The satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
So the satchel gets heavy the same day we discover an ambush.
You're sure you want to pursue this? This is your superior we're talking about.
If a guard has been put at risk, a good captain would want to know why. And if he's not a good captain, I want to know why.
I bet there's a perfectly reasonable lie that explains why your captain arranged this.
I'd be willing to hear it, but not while a guard may be walking into a trap. Brennan said Donnic, a good man. Donnic. I've got his route. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go and make sure his quiet patrol stays that way.
The guard will throw you out if you kick that wall one more time.
I'm gonna kick the wall one more time just to be sure.
I love doing that.
Yeah, time to steal.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Good day, Sir Arthur.
Wow, it's 3 already. Wasn't expecting that. Probably let's get a food break.
What makes the gang so angry at
But
me?
I'll try
Someone
to get
should
to
do
at least
something
2
about them.
hours.
Well, at least it's not...
Yeah, you sit down, you motherfucker.
Stop praying fool! Better luck in the next one.
Too sound.
Bianca, baby,
Are you Ansel?
Ah, sweet mother of you can't just run up on someone like that. Are you the one that mercenary told me about? The one looking for work?
Just tell me what you want.
Of course. Listen to me babbling like a lyrium smuggler, which I'm not.
He's only
My
saying that because
apologies.
Aveline is here.
I haven't been on the
I'm not a
surface very
smuggler.
long.
No.
I keep thinking I'll fall up into that sky any minute.
Bargement used to be like that. Got jumpy every time he stepped outside.
But I digress. I need some help, rather badly in fact. Some product of mine has been misplaced. The men who were supposed to deliver it decided not to. If you retrieve my property, I could reward you handsomely.
Make it worth my time, and I'll help you.
Oh, I will. Or I'll try to. The gentlemen conduct their business at night in a little hovel within the alienage. If you have to kill them, then I guess it can't be avoided. But I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
We can't waste time, Hawk. Guardsman Donnick is here somewhere.
Here we go!
Oh shit, here we go. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Stick you like a pig! Bleeding all over the place! I got this!
Yeah, you blighter. Take that. And that.
Now you fall!
I'm gonna be so loaded. Speaking of which, how loaded are we right now? Damn. Okay. We're getting there though. We're getting there.
Now we fight!
I'll cut you good!
War
They got me!
Is he Andraste's piss or Andraste's tits?
They were clearly expecting someone.
Anso's goods are probably in that chest.
There's nothing.
It's empty.
Waste of bloody time.
Ooh, I wanted loot.
Up to this.
I wanted loot.
I guess we have no choice but to go back to Anso and tell him.
I need to start selling stuff soon. And buying stuff. As well. More of the bokers.
That's not the elf. Who is that?
It doesn't matter.
We were told to kill whoever
Just
enters the
not
house.
the elf.
Things are about.
Bad people come out at night. It would be good to get rid of them.
Exciting.
Puppy dog, now is your time to shine. Get him.
You go through me before anyone else. Unworthy. One less against us. Make it good.
Over your fuckface. Yeah, I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Oh, why it's not clicking on it. Glitching. Come on. Let me at him. They're so wriggly. I didn't even move for some reason.
Stand back.
Fine, gang, you get him. Hurrah!
Away with you. Order will rule. Hard won and deserved.
Hope this works.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you made a serious mistake coming here.
The only one who made a serious mistake here was you stupid fucker.
Lieutenant, I want everyone in the clearing, now!
Captain!
Your
So you get
men
for
are
wearing that
dead,
shit-ass
and your
armor.
trap has failed. I suggest running back to your master while you can.
You're going nowhere, slave.
Kill him.
I am a slave. I apologize. When I asked Anso to provide a distraction for the hunters, I had no idea they'd be so numerous.
I take it these men were looking for you.
Correct. My name is Fenris. These men were Imperial bounty hunters, seeking to recover a Magister's lost property, namely myself. They were trying to lure me into the open. Crude as their methods were, I could not face them alone. Thankfully, Anso chose wisely.
If they were really trying to recapture you, then I'm happy I helped.
I have met a few in my travels who have sought anything more than personal gain. If I may ask, what was in the chest? The one they kept in the house?
It was empty.
I suppose it was too much to hope for. Even so, I had to know.
All that for an empty chest?
No, there's more. It's as I thought. My former master accompanied them to the city. I know you have questions, but I must confront him before he flees. I will need your help.
If I'm compensated for my trouble, then I'll help.
I will find a way to repay you. I swear it. The Magister is staying at a mansion in Hightown. Meet me there as soon as you can. We must enter before morning.
Didn't think Aveline would like that, but whatevs. It's not about you, Aveline. I'm probably gonna exit. Well, so there's one more thing over here. Maybe we'll. Okay, fine.
We talk about this? Oh dear, get ready for more trouble.
I'm trying to finish up what's over in this area, and then I'm gonna hop off because I do need to get something to eat. Playing my other playthrough. Or, not finish. I don't know how close I am to expand to that.
Get back! Here! Come on!
I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this playthrough. I feel like I want to be more mean, but I don't like how it makes me feel when I do it. So I want to be at least ruthless enough because I really want to romance Isabella. I romanced Meryl, my other playthrough, and I'm just not that into the way they have the romance. I feel like she's weirdly subservient to me, and I don't like that. I really like Meryl. I think she's great. I just don't like how the romance is written. And I'd like to see what it's like to mac on Isabel some more. I did hook up with her at one point, but then I got together with Meryl.
We must be getting close to the ambush. I'm not losing them.
Vibing. He's just posing. Just posing. Poor Varric. That'll never wash out.
Who? Aveline? You're a beautiful sight.
Guardsman.
I mean, I was on patrol and they came out of nowhere. I took a few down, but there were too many at once. The captain said this route was supposed to be quiet.
There's a seal of the Viscount, office details, city accounts.
Valuable to a guild of thieves. A sacrificial delivery with one of our own. Captain Jevon will answer.
Selling out his own? Forget guard, Captain. This man needs to be in government.
Not now, Hawk. Jevon needs to see how justice works. This goes to the office of the Viscount. This will be known. The captain likes his thieves so much. Let's see if they welcome him in prison.
Alright, I am saving and quitting here. It's been 2 hours. I need to get something to eat at this point. Need to see if there's anything else I can do to fix the weirdness of OBS. You have to stop popping and clicking. It does a lot better, do not get me wrong. But, yeah. So thank you to everybody who, has checked out the stream. If you would be so kind, it would be really cool if you did those like and subscribe buttons. Leave a comment if you're feeling generous, and I will see you next time I stream, which will probably be sometime next week. Goodbye.